Okay, so now we're going to start right here at my outside table saw. Now, I catch a lot of flack from friends and relatives about keeping my table saw out here, but it's been out here for over 3 years, and every time I go to start it, starts right up. And everybody keeps saying, you know, I don't have the tools that you have. I don't have the know-how that you have. Well, let me show you a couple things here. This right back here used to be my wire wheel. It's just an old motor with the wire wheel attached. Worked fine for years. Till I got lucky and got a little better one. This right here is a Dunlop wood turning lathe that I picked up the lathe bed at a auction somewhere. It didn't cost me more than about 25 bucks. And then I built this stand, found a motor for it. Now that is one hell of a motor. But this is what I use to turn down, well, everything. Wood, barrels, whatever I want. Just because it's a wood lathe don't necessarily mean you have to only use wood on it. Now let's take a little step over here. Over here we have my forge or foundry. Now I use this for casting different pieces of aluminum, stuff I might need or want, parts, stuff for heads for my lathe. Up there's my bucket of sand. Down in there, that's aluminum scrap. This is just scrap metal pieces that I use for whatever I want to use it for. Now we come on into the tool shed. First thing we get to is my belt sander. My belt sander works really good. If you don't have a lathe, you can use this to turn down stuff. It's a little bit harder, but watch your fingers. It will take a knuckle or two off on occasion. I have a little inside table saw. Then I have my drill press, and the most important is the radio. That is my most important tool of them all. Now this right here, this is a 4-inch angle grinder from the cheap Chinese store down the road. If I have one piece of advice for you, it's buy the more expensive one. This one's not but 6 months old and it's already burning out. This here is my new bench grinder. If you look, I got a wire wheel on it, and right beside the wire wheel I got a sanding disc, and then I got a polishing wheel. I also have other grinding wheels and polishing wheels in the back with my work gloves. Now this here is the little 90 amp Chinese welder. It works okay. It's not great, but it works okay, and it'll get you out of a bind. And then I have various other tools. I got my files, I got my junk metal box, I got a little chop saw, and then we got, underneath that, we do have my router, and then I got a little handheld router. I got skill saws, sanders, and drills. And then we have the magic place. This is the magic place. This is where it all goes down. This is where I go when the wife says, "You're getting on my nerves." And that right there is my buddy, my compadre, and my companion. That is Charlie. Charlie! See, he don't listen. He's a typical hound. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed my Well, I hope y'all enjoyed a tour of my shop. Look at my tools. And just because you don't have everything I have, use your imagination. Them motors over there, they could be a lathe, they could be a grinder. Hell, if you wanted to, you could build a stand, make a drill press out of them, if that's what you need to get your job done. All you have to do is use your imagination, because there ain't nothing to it but to do it. I build stuff, that's what I do.